Welcome to a new edition of Haunted Auntie Sea Stories, a hair-raising event. When I met my husband, he was a pure and utter skeptic of both my gifts and even the spirit world itself. But over time, his skepticism faded, and the story I'm about to tell you is one of the largest reasons as to why. Years ago, I lost a very, very dear friend. He unalived himself, and out of respect for the family, I will not be mentioning names. His behavior prior to his death gave me reason to believe that there was a D-word attachment, infestation, and eventually possession. You see, D-words don't take their victims immediately. It's much like a cat with a mouse. They play with them before they decide to strike, taunting, haunting, and tormenting their victims in many cases for years before making their victims unalive themselves. And by that time, friends and family will have witnessed their mental deterioration and just assume they were severely depressed. The day of my friend's funeral, two of my closest friends and I were about to take a picture when one of my friends touched my hair. My other friend said, "Whoa, what are you doing? Nobody touches Colette's hair. Don't do that. You know better." I literally hate when people touch my hair. After he went on for a few minutes about it, he wrapped it up by saying, "If you ever want to get Colette's attention with her hair," he is not wrong. All of my friends knew of my gift, including my friend who had passed. Most had witnessed me speak with spirits and all the spooky things that would happen around me. And so it wasn't uncommon for friends who had passed to reach out to me not long after they'd gone to the other side, especially if they were in need of help. The next day, my husband and I were home in our new house. My husband was in the kitchen cooking, and I told him I'm going to go upstairs and take the sheets off the bed. When I got up to our bedroom and was standing next to the bed, I felt a very strange sensation on my scalp, as if somebody's fingers had gone like that. Startled by the sensation, I leaned back to look into my mirror, and what I saw, I could not believe. At this time in my life, I had been straightening my hair, and as I stared into the mirror, I saw 3 huge chunks of my hair standing straight up. Not static, chunks. And only on the right side of my head. There were no windows open and no air going through any of the vents. I then started doing this above the chunks of hair to see if there was any wind or any kind of reason that this would happen. Nope. I remembered my phone was on my bathroom counter, so I went in there to grab it so I could snap a pic. But by the time I got to my phone, my hair was laying back down. I went back into my room to finish grabbing my sheets when, yep, I felt that sensation again. Leaned back and saw 3 chunks standing straight up in the air. But this time I immediately called for my husband. It felt like forever before he finally made it upstairs. I will never forget his face when he saw my 3 chunks of hair standing straight up. He screamed, "What the is happening to your hair?" And laugh crying, I kind of responded, "I don't know." Those 3 very large chunks of my hair stood straight up for easily 3, maybe 4 minutes. And it never happened again. Mike was so excited to tell Logan about it when he got home from his dad's. In the middle of the night, I was awoken by words. "If you want to get your attention with your hair." It was my friend's voice. He needed my help, and he knew the one way to get my attention. And yes, I helped, and he's home in heaven now.